Good morning, hello, welcome to the TriathlonDan YouTube channel. Welcome to another day of triathlon training. Welcome to me stressing out this morning. For once, I wasn't ready on the bike. Well, I was. Annoyingly, I got on the bike all ready to rock and roll, and then Liz came in with 30 seconds before our arranged meet-up time. Her bike synced up absolutely fine. She got rocking and rolling, and I couldn't get connection. So, I missed the start of the group ride. However, it is, what was it, about 8:30? We're starting a route that's 60k long with the Team Icarus crew. I don't know if I'm going to finish that 60k, but Liz will. How you doing?
Yeah, fine. I don't get the heart rate sync now.
Oh, you know, yeah. Well, you did allow 30 seconds for syncing of all devices and getting on the bike, so getting the power is just about alright. So that's it, yeah, nothing really on the agenda other than just a steady ride this morning. I've not had breakfast. Half of it, wanted to try a bit of faster training, half of it didn't have time, so maybe do an hour and a half or so or something and see how we get on. Let's get some pedalling done. So we're mainly taking it easy, but a few people on his methods. Liz is doing 3 watts per kilo for a minute. Go on, girl.
Not there, it's up and down, so it keeps jumping.
Oh, you have to pedal harder. I'm just replying to comments and chilling out and sweating. It's too cold to have the fan on. We've actually got the heater on Liz's feet, because you get cold little feet, don't you?
Yeah.
And the door opens so we get some fresh air. What a waste of money. Liz keeps trying to tell me that she's not going hard, but she forgets I can actually see what power you're doing. Several times she's doing like 230 watts. I was like, Liz, you going hard? No. And you were, weren't you?
I'm not even sweating.
Yeah. Oh dear.
I'm carrying my sweatband on.
You need your sweatband on. Where's your send it sweatband? Yeah, exactly. Liz, don't give away the nutrition secrets. God. The secret is, guys, Belvita brick breakfast bar.
I did an hour and 38 minutes because my power dropped out and wouldn't reconnect.
We've had some issues with connectivity.
Far from impressed.
Yeah, so...
This whole setup.
Right. So Liz has been using Apple TV with a companion app to sync the sensors. Had a few dropouts for a second or two, which is okay, she stayed in the group-ish. Then it dropped out good and proper. So we moved to using the Apple TV to connect the sensors, and that seemed reliable, but you only test it for 5 minutes. So I think we'll test that in future. I'd heard people say you can only connect 2 sensors via Apple TV, but we have the Kicker Bike connected, which is power, cadence, and controllable, and the heart rate. So sure, that's 4, and it comes with 4 things on there. That seemed to work, so I think next time we'll test just connecting on the Apple TV. Yes? Okay. Mine also wouldn't connect on Bluetooth, so I had to go to Ant Plus to be able to connect it, so plug the Ant Plus sensor in. I think when you've got a lot of Bluetooth sensors in one place, like the signals, play around with each other, but that shouldn't be a thing, should it? We're in 2021, for goodness sake, now, and Bluetooth should be able to, search, find all the sensors and connect to which one you want, but apparently not. But it's good to get a ride in. I'm ready for some breakfast now, so I'm gonna get some porridge. Liz, you've had 2 breakfasts. I'm not sure you can warrant another one. You just have a cup of tea.
Yeah, when I've summer. Stiff drink.
Liz said at the end of this ride, that's it, we're finished. I don't know whether she meant the ride or our relationship. I'm not quite sure.
I'm still deciding.
Do you know, Liz, you feel that when you exercise, those endorphins really come through you. You're really like happy.
If I'd been able to do my whole ride, I'd be through.
Okay, understood. We'll work on it. We'll get it sorted. Why is it my fault? See you later. Okay, so we have ate, I can't slam the door, it ruins the audio. We've ate, we've had a nap. We're now going to run a few errands, aren't we, Elizabeth?
We only had a nap for half an hour.
I know, it was a rubbish one, really. I'm going to drop a few of the Send It headbands out to those who live locally to me through their doors, etc. COVID secure, obviously. I'm not going to get a chance to post them until maybe next week or the week after. The post office near us is actually closed at the minute because of COVID. I think the staff members have got it or something. So I'm not going to drive miles to find a post office and harass other people. The ones that are local to me, I feel okay harassing them because I've built up a little bit of rapport over the last few weeks, so I've been going in buying sweets. What are we also doing? Is anybody out there a mechanic or know much about cars? If so, say yes down below, because if so, I'm going to try and document a bit more detail about the struggles with my car, which I'm going to have over the next month or two, because essentially I've not been driving it much because I've been working from home, and it has got a dashboard like a Christmas tree, but I don't want to spend any money on a car. So I think might be a cool little story to follow as I try and budget through an MOT in March, but there we go. Let's, so it's been sat for a few days now. Let's see if it fires up ready. Oh, it was all right, wasn't it? That's not the worst one it's had. Oh, brilliant. I always park it facing out so that if it does die, I can jump start it. Anyway, errands to run, and then I've got a run to run. See you later. Okay, so indoor running, because it is snowing outside. I don't fancy breaking my neck. I'm trying to up my indoor running game. So I've had this in a box for, well, months, potentially a couple of years now. Zwift Run Pod, actually got it free with British Triathlon membership, either last year or the year before. Well, I've actually got two. One for when Liz was going to start doing indoor running, and one for me. So I've got the pod on my Manky trainers. Don't watch the socks, they are casual. I've done the calibration thing on Zwift, just using my iPad because I don't need to get the big laptop out, and then I have this in front of me. 40 seconds at steady pace, 40 seconds at normal pace, 40 seconds at fast pace. So I'm going to see just how accurate it is versus the treadmill distance and versus the distance that my Garmin watch generates. Yes, why am I not wearing my Wahoo? Well, I find it to be quite inaccurate on the treadmill. There's only so many things I can monitor at one time, so I'm going to go for the FootPod and Zwift versus the Garmin. Then I can also link this up and or the Wahoo watch to the FootPod. So essentially, if the FootPod is accurate, then whatever watch I use, I can link it up to that. But just testing it, just trying to use different things. If anything, it gives me something to think about whilst I'm running as well, so it makes the time pass a bit faster. I'm not going to do any sort of session, I'm just going to do a steady run. I was hoping to find somebody that I know that is running on Zwift, but of course, a lot of the actual proper runners are running outside still. It's just me that's being soft and isn't. So, let's give it a go. See you on the other side. Oh, run done. Just did 5k. That felt good. In terms of data comparison, Zwift, I stopped it on exactly 5k. My watch is on 3.08 miles, and of course 5k is 3.109 miles. So that is very, very close. That is excellent. That just means that I can just wear a FootPod, use the iPad, and not have to worry about wearing a watch. That is incredible. Yeah, really, really happy with that. Not incredible. Obviously, bits of technology should work, shouldn't they? But I think when you've used stuff that doesn't quite work, it makes you very happy when stuff does work. So that's great. I'm really thinking about using Zwift running programs. Dean, who is a clubmate and subscriber, is using a running program at the minute, like a structured training plan created by Zwift. Have any of you guys and girls used a plan created by Zwift? If so, was it good, was it not? Did you blend it with road running, or did you just stick to the treadmill? I'm definitely going to have a flick through tonight, the sort of training plans that there are, with a half marathon in mind, but I certainly don't want to be on the treadmill all the time. I do want to mix it up, so I'm perhaps going to have a quick look at that and report back. But that is it for today's training, about 2 and a bit hours in total, so happy with that. Weekend warriors back in full effect. So yeah, that's it for today's video. Thank you very much for watching. If you haven't already, please do hit that subscribe button down below because it really does help me out. I'll see you tomorrow at 4 PM.